Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Godwin Niche here. I want to review one of the recent jobs I did. One of the most recent jobs I did. Naturally, I was supposed to do a video of every single clip, but for some reason, I couldn't get, the right proportion of the videos. They were mostly in portrait views, so I had to do this so I can But generally, I'm here to review one of the jobs I did recently. Yeah, so and most likely give it a rating. Yeah, we were casted for a job, and the venue for this job was at Bielsa. We're supposed to arrive Bielsa a day before the shoot, and then after the shoot, and then the next day we were supposed to leave Bielsa. So it was a 3 days. That was how the trip was. So we meant to meet up at a rendezvous point with the rest of the team. We ran a little bit late, which is not good, but the distance from where we were to, where we were supposed to meet was pretty far. So we ended up, arriving in time. By in time, I mean, by in time, I mean, I think 30 minutes late or more. So we arrived, we met with the team, and then we departed for Bielsa. It was one of the most amazing road trips I've had in a long time because normally I don't really like, long travels because of maybe bumpy roads and I feel nauseous sometimes. But this one was not so far and it was really fun because I don't know. I think the fact that I knew almost everybody inside the vehicle, except the driver, but I knew almost everybody mutually. So I It was one of the best road trip I've had. So we left around three, four, okay, around 3 in the afternoon, 2, 3, and then we arrived by Elsa Yenegua precisely by I think 6 past 6. So upon arrival, we got in touch with our employers. We met. They got to know us briefly, and then we moved from there to our location where we're supposed to be staying. When we arrived, were shown to our rooms. The boys were paired, separately. The girls were paired separately. And then after we all had relaxed from the road trip and everything, we were called to our director's room where we had to have a meeting of, how the next day was going to come out, how, the shoots and all of that. Basically brainstorming concerning the next day because the plan we had was to leave very early in the morning to our locations, yeah, because reservations had been made already, so we had to leave very early. um so we went through the outfits, we went through, the whole thing. We ate and then we went back to bed. It was chaotic. I think we should see a video around here somewhere upon arrival. That was how chaotic it was. And having one of the chillest, when I say chillest, I mean one of the chillest directors I've ever worked with. I don't know what's the word. I'm trying to look for a word for it. Having one of the chillest, directors was amazing to work with because you would see somewhere around here where we're dancing to the music playing in the background and everything. All of that was just to make everybody feel at home, make everybody comfortable, so that way we can, create and make something really, really good. And that's a very smart strategy on his end, if I'm to say. So we, after we were done having dinner, we all went back to our rooms, slept, and then woke up the next morning. Now, the next morning, we were supposed to leave around 8, 9. But now, the universe had other plans. It was raining heavily. When I say heavily, I mean heavily, heavily. And we couldn't, it was raining heavily, and we couldn't, step out under the rain because we would not be able to shoot anything. So we thought to ourselves, what was the best course of action? And while waiting, it was waited till 11 in the morning. And then we were like, okay, fine, it's, time to move. Because if we keep waiting, maybe this train might not stop to the end of the day. And then we called, our employers that came to pick us up from the hotel to our venue. Our employers, I like calling it that way, so understand that, oh, these are the people that called us for the job. Our employers were very chill people. I would not lie to you. Shout out to Jan and his friends. They were amazing people. They made sure we were safe throughout our stay. Logistics was not a problem. They made sure they took care of that as well. And yeah, we left around like 11 to the first location. The first location we used was the castle in Yenagua. Beautiful, beautiful place. Um, then we shot at the castle, different locations actually. You should see the first shots, the first look I did around somewhere there. And then after that, I had to change into my second look. Generally, I did three looks, but at the castle, I did just two. So I had to change to my second outfit somewhere around there. Yeah, that's me. And then we, shot, we did our thing. And then the other models that were to shoot there as well also did do their shoots. After that, we packed up and, left. Next location was at the studio. When we arrived at the studio, it was a warm reception we received because I think our director knew most of them already, so it was like easier, and they were also easy on us because they were like, "Oh, new faces." Some people would act shitty, but they didn't. They were like, "Hi, hello, hello," making us feel at home and everything. This was one of the best studios I've been to since my time as a model in Nigeria. It was one of like the best studios, and I look forward to visiting again. Shout out to the owner of our studio. You did an amazing job with that place. Really, you did. So it was one of the best studio we visited in Yanagua. I think I'll put the name for those that would want to like try it out. It's an amazing place. It was amazing. It was real quick because the directions were very clear. We the models we knew what we were doing, so it was an easy job for everybody. I would put my Instagram accounts. The link should be somewhere in the description, so you can easily check out these videos I'm talking about. Most of them are already out. If you go to my Instagram, you definitely see them. Check the real area. From the reels, you should see two or three already there. After shooting there, we were done with the whole studio session and all of that. And then oh, lest I forget, Somzi's mom came to visit and she brought really, really tasty bole. For those of you that don't know what bole is, there's a picture around there somewhere. She brought tasty bole. Oh my god, they were amazing. And when she arrived, I went downstairs to see her, and then she came in. Everybody greeted, "Hey ma, hey ma." She's very, very chill. She's like the chillest mom I've seen. She's very chill. She came, gave us support, and left back for work. So we continued our shoots, and while we were shooting, I will not lie. While we were shooting, my mind was in that bole. My mind was in that bole. I kept thinking of how yummy it would be to eat that bole. Yeah. So when we finished, we went back to the hotel. Had to take a bath, clean up, and everything. And then we all met back at our director's room because like that's our meeting point. We go there, mess it up, and then we go back to our rooms. I remember Black was shouting, "When I know they pour food for ground." When I know they pour food for ground. It was really amazing, man. So we went back to our director's room, and then we brought out the bole. That bole. Brought out the bole and placed it, and it was like, oh god. It was sweet. The sauce, the from the sauce to the utazi leaf to the bole itself, everything. The fish, thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. So they brought it out. Everybody, when I don't know if you've ever heard of community food. Exactly, that was how it was eaten. We just placed it on the table, opened the nylon and everything, and then everybody was like, "Omo, and conch up." Oh." We stayed there, ate at that spot, and it's finished within seconds. There's another food we had, and then we had soft drinks, water, and all of that. And after that, we needed to unwind because of like we all did an amazing job from the models to the team to the director. So we had a mini party. We had a mini party, really. We had a mini party, and it was a blast. It was a blast. Shout out to the hotel staffs. They were chill people. They were very helpful to us. Shout out to Jan and his team. They were amazing people. Shout out to Danjo and Filmcraft Media. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the models. I'm talking of Somzi. I'm talking of Esther. I'm talking of Queen, Peace Lover, aka Chun Lee, and Awi and myself included. We all were amazing that day. It was one of the best experience I've had. Not just because I had to leave my city, not just because I knew most of the models, but the fact that everybody that were on set came with similar energy, and when everybody's working with that same energy, it's always beautiful. It's always wonderful. That's what made it what it was. That was what made it amazing for me. The fact that we were all able to put out that clear energy to create, and we were able to do something really really amazing. We were able to create something really really amazing. That was it for me. That was like the highlight of the whole trip. And yeah, I got to know most of the models better. Some persons I've just met for the first time. I had to make new friends. It was an amazing experience, really was. So yeah, I look forward to more jobs. I look forward to visiting Yenagoa again because it's a chill place. I look forward to visiting that studio again. I need to do something there, and I look forward to more works in general. So yeah, my little take. Remember, I said in my previous video that at every point in time I would give a little take in my videos. So here's my little take. Good energy is often underrated by some persons. Why I say underrated is because we do not understand the importance it plays in a workspace, the importance it plays when on set. Whatever you're doing, when you have a team that has, that good energy you need, that has that positive energy, like energy, it would really radiate brightly, and it would show in the output of that work, because people fail to understand that if I come in to the room with bring me with good energy, and then there's somebody with bad energy there's no way it would work out fine. But whereby we all have the same positive energy, you would see how we'll just kick it off, and it would be so amazing. It would be seamless. It would be good. You get me? So my take to you is surround yourself with people that have really, really remarkable energy, people that have really good energy. It's really going to help you out. So cheers. If you want to subscribe, be sure to turn on the notification bell for more content like this. And God will here. Peace out. It was amazing having you guys.
Yo, it's a wrap. We did it. Shout out to John. Don't die. Is that my phone?
No, it's not. Oh. Guys.
And it's a wrap, guys.